Hey, everybody. Today's show is going to be so special. I have the opportunity to have and do this show with my amazing, beautiful niece, Nina Simone. She is such a great example of confidence, resilience, kindness, creativity, and courage. And on today's show, we're going to talk about how allowing kids to be themselves builds confidence and resilience. Throughout this show, I'm going to provide you guys with 4 tips on how you can build self-worth in children by helping them feel they can handle whatever comes their way and by helping them know that they're okay to be who they are. It's funny that kids learn so quickly. As I've been doing work and studying the brain's performance, kids' brains are like sponges. So right from birth all the way up until adulthood, they're learning new skills and information at a very fast pace. So think about that. As they're getting all of these messages and learning new skills at a very early age, this teaches them on how to interact in the world. And with those messages that they're getting and learning those new skills and abilities, it's important that they also acquire the confidence to use them. As our children are getting older, that confidence can be just as important as the skills themselves. Our children are our future. We want them to feel capable, we want them to feel confident, and we want them to use their skills and their knowledge for good. So check out the first part of this show as Nina introduces herself. Who do I have with me on today's show?
Nina, and I am 7 years old in 2nd grade.
7 years old in 2nd grade. What school do you go to?
I went to the school called Riverbend, but now I'm going to a different school called Poe Elementary.
That's right. You had some changes happening, right, with your school this year. So tell the people about yourself. What do you like to do?
I like to dance.
You like to dance? What kind of dance do you like to do? You're a really good dancer, too, by the way.
I like to do tap and jazz.
Tap and jazz. Tell them about this other kind of creative dances you've been doing, too. You've been making up your own types of dances, too, haven't you?
Yes.
You have fun with that?
Yeah.
What else do you enjoy?
Let's see here.
I love how she wanted to introduce herself right there. Nina has seen and heard my show time and time again, and she normally knows that I introduce my guest. And before we did our show for today, she told me, she's like, Ani, she calls me Ani. She's like, I want to introduce myself. She knows I normally go through that same, hey, this is Tracy Alston process. But she said, I want you to say you have a special guest. And when you say you have a special guest, that's going to be my cue. And I'm going to come up from underneath the table and I want to introduce myself. So whether you're listening to this right now or you may be watching this on YouTube or Facebook Live, if you're only listening, please go back to the video. You're going to see her reappear on the screen and just take control and introduce herself. I think that's a very important skill set. So the very first tip that I want to give in terms of building confidence and self-esteem is that we want to make sure that we allow our kids the freedom and the autonomy to explore their ideas, to create and do some things their way. She told me, I want to introduce myself. You normally do that for other people, but I want to do this on my own. So the first tip is just really being flexible, guys. Allowing them to create and allowing the voices of our youth to be heard and to be valued. We don't want to parent and teach from a fear-based perspective. I think a lot of times, especially as kids are growing up, a lot of times we're putting our thoughts, our views, and our opinions on them, which could be silencing their voice. And at times, external constraints, whether it's kind of making them color between the lines, so to speak, that can reduce their flexibility in thinking and cause fear and doubt within themselves. So we want to make sure that they're confident to express, to try, to create. That's going to help build that resilience and confidence in their self-esteem. There was a study that was done, and it was on a study of demonstrating how to put together, I think it was a model car or a model home. They had a group of kids that they demonstrated how to put these things together, and we saw that reduced the creative ways that they accomplished that task. They had one group that was looking at the demonstration, and they had another group that just was allowed to create. And the group that was given the demonstration, it reduced their creativity in completing that task. So we want to make sure that, yes, there's some things that need boundaries. There's some things that need rules. But there are plenty of areas in our lives where we can see that our youth should be able to be encouraged to express. They should be encouraged to lead, and they should be encouraged to create. Because remember, I said their brain is like a sponge, right? So they're taking on and learning information so fast. We don't want to try to wire them or steer them in the direction that we've done. We want to give them the freedom and the autonomy to say, you know what, let me create another way. All right. Let me create another way. So that example that I just showed you guys there of her introducing herself was really her idea, her brainchild, her seeing me do this show countless times week by week, but seeing another way to do it. Our children are our future. They are the creators. So we want to allow them to create.
You're good at explaining it.
It's very creative. You hear the song or you hear the music and you make up your own dances to it. And it looks pretty awesome. And you're really good at it. How do you come up with it?
Oh, I do it as I go along.
Oh.
I go with the flow.
Go with the flow. I like that. So you don't really know what you're going to do until you hear the song?
Right.
That's awesome. And it really does flow. It's pretty cool.
Tip number 2, celebrate kindness and celebrate courage. It's really a good idea. A lot of times we see kids and getting praise for all of their accomplishments, whether that's being on the A and B honor roll, whether that's being a star athlete of the week or a student of the week. I think it's great to praise kids for their accomplishments, but I think it's also good that we start to praise and encourage kids to be kind, but also encouraging them to try, to put forth effort. We don't want to just talk about the things that they're doing well. We want to really start a conversation about effort. Try something new. Yeah, you may fail. That's great. Get up and do it again. So recognizing that it takes a lot of hard work and practice to learn and develop new skills. And oftentimes there's a lot of failures and setbacks along the way, especially for our kids. A lot of them are trying new skills or learning new tasks for the very first time, or they're trying to get a handle on some things, so they're going to fail. So it's important for us to encourage them to have courage, because a lot of times they can get discouraged if they're not doing well or performing well, and that can cause them to respond and act out of fear or not do it all because they're afraid to fail. So it's important for us to be mindful that when we're working with our youth and when we're working with children, there's so much value in encouraging them to put forth the effort, but there's also so much value in helping them to be kind and praising them for being kind. That's much more important for them to celebrate their efforts, but also encouraging them to be kind. I heard a lot of times that there was a great saying that we want to praise character and not behavior. We want to praise character and not behavior. Kindness is something that we could say, oh, yeah, they should just be kind. But it's really an important practice, helping them get in the habit of being kind and practicing kindness. Think about that as a way to build confidence and self-esteem in your children, because the words that they're saying to themselves and the words that they're saying to others, those are the words that matter. So research suggests that children are more likely to make kindness a habit if they are praised for being kind. Research suggests that children are more likely to make kindness a habit if they are praised for being kind people rather than just doing something kind. Let me give you an example of that. If you say something to your child like, you're such a helpful person, that may be more effective than saying that was a helpful thing to do. You're praising their courage. You're praising their character rather than praising their doing. Okay. So get in the habit of looking at their characteristics, because that's going to really help them see kindness as an essential part of who they are. So you want to start to praise and celebrate kindness, but also praise and celebrate courage.
You do it.
I think you do it better. I really do. You have it down. We were watching a movie. What's it called? Cinderella?
Yes, and it was the real people.
Cinderella with the real people. And they were talking about courage and kindness, but they didn't say it the way I just said it. How did they say it?
They said it like kindness and courage.
Kindness and courage. What were they talking about with kindness and courage?
I didn't see all of it.
Yeah?
But
That's okay. What are your thoughts about kindness and courage? Is it important to be kind?
yes.
Why?
It is important to be kind because because you can be nice to people and be helpful.
That is so true. Being nice to people and being helpful. We need a lot more of that this year, right? Kindness. What about courage? Have you had to use courage?
Yes.
When
Because
did-
one time I was at a gymnastics camp and I was going to jump off something really high and I was scared to jump off. But at the end of the day, I tried again and I actually jumped off.
Nice. How'd you feel after? Let me get a high five for that. That's pretty awesome. How'd you feel after you did it?
I felt really weird because if I jump off somewhere really high, then my tummy will feel weird.
Kind of that funny feeling in your stomach? I felt that before. But you had courage and you did it anyway, right? That's pretty awesome.
Okay, tip number 3. Let's make positive statements and show love for who our kids are. Let's start to make positive statements to our youth and to our kids and show love for who they are. When we think about instilling confidence and resilience in our youth, it's important that they're loved and that they know that they're loved no matter what. It's not about winning or losing the game. It's not about good grades or bad grades. It's about loving and being proud of them for just being themselves. Even when they think that things that we may think that they're not doing so well, right? We may think that their behavior is not acceptable. We may think that those grades are not acceptable. But it's important that we make sure that no matter what it is, that they are loved for being who they are and for making these efforts, and that they can have positive statements that they're saying to themselves. This is going to really help boost their self-worth, even when they don't feel like they're feeling good about themselves, okay? And for my companies, I've created little bookmarks. They're called positive statement bookmarks. You guys can actually go to tracyalston.com. You can download your own electronic bookmark there. But these positive statements are something that you can begin to say to your child on a daily basis. So that way, if you're looking for ways to affirm them, looking for ways to make more positive statements and show them that you love and care for them, you can use this bookmark as a tool or as a reference of some positive statements that you may can start to implement into your daily life. A couple examples on some of the statements that are on that bookmark, or a couple of statements that you can start saying today are, I believe in you. You could say, you can do it. I appreciate you. It's okay to ask for help. Dream bigger. I'm listening. I love your creativity. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. I'm proud of you for standing up for others. I'm proud of you. Begin to get in a daily habit of saying and making positive statements to your children, because that's going to be the same dialogue that they begin to run about themselves, but that may be also the same dialogue that they begin to have with other people they come in contact with. So tip number 3 is make positive statements and show love for your children.
Well, you are very special to us, and we are very proud of you.
For what?
Just for being you. And being kind and using courage. A bobblehead. We are very proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Tip number 4, and our final tip for today. Allow your kids to be who they are. This is a big one. I get so excited just by watching and seeing so many different personalities and interests of our youth. They're growing up and developing into their own people. And that takes time to explore and to figure out, being a young child, also being a teenager in that age, it's a difficult time for people, difficult time for our youth. So we want to make sure that we're supportive in that process. Don't be so quick to try to make them like us. Don't be so quick to just try to steer them into our path or into our career or to our thoughts of who we think they should be, but really allow them to get inspired and find the activities that make them happy. Ask them that question. Are they happy or enjoying what it is that they're doing? Begin to help them express that they may have different interests and values than you have, and that's okay. Allowing them to be okay with being who they are. Have fun. Laugh often, and don't take yourselves so seriously. When I look at our kids, they're playful. They're always having fun. They have this youth-like spirit. And I think that oftentimes as adults, we can lose sight of that, right? As adults, we can get so busy, so active, so ready to get things done that we can miss out on the opportunity to be young and to have fun and to be vibrant and energetic like our kids are. So I want to challenge us adults to learn from our youth. I want to challenge us adults to play more, to laugh more, to have more fun, and to allow them to grow us and to share with us their brilliance and their ideas. So don't take yourself so seriously. We have so much to learn from our youth, and I think we would be doing them a disservice if we stifled their growth and development by having them to grow up too fast. So tip number 4 is allowing your kids to be who they are. I was looking at some of the research, and it was showing that play and laughter can release endorphins, which are the body and brain's natural chemicals. That it's the feel-good chemical. This promotes healthy brain function, but it also gives us an overall sense of well-being. It can temporarily reduce pain. So think about that. Laughing and playing not only is good for your soul, it's literally good for your brain health and overall health and performance. All right. So life is short, guys. Don't take yourself so seriously. Have fun, love, and play, and be more youthful. When you think about that, if there's any time throughout your day, especially if you're going day to day to day, stop and just play. We can learn so much from our kids. Have fun, enjoy, and play. She is amazing. She's talented. She's caring. She's funny. She's creative. She's just amazing. You want to introduce yourself? And here she comes. Who do I have with me on today's show?
Nina, and I am 7 years old in 2nd grade.
Would you like to talk about anything else? What about your friends? You want to say hey to somebody? One of your friends is probably watching this right now. Who's your best friend?
My best friend is named Callie, but it is not with a C. It is with a K.
Oh, would you like to say hey to Callie with a K? Is that a no?
Well, she doesn't really watch Fitness Matters.
Oh, but maybe she'll watch it now because you're on it.
Well, I didn't really tell her yet.
Oh, okay. But pretend like right now she's listening because she's going to know about this. You want to tell her hey?
Hey, KK.
All right. What else can we talk about? What else did you want to talk to the people that are listening about? Mental fitness matters. What did you say mental fitness meant to you?
I forgot now.
That's okay.
Because that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. You know, that was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want us to talk about? Ooh, what's that? I like that.
Oh, I want to talk about yesterday.
Let's talk about yesterday, okay?
So yesterday, me and her were watching something really funny, and she recorded us.
What were we watching?
This funny thing.
America's Funniest Home Videos?
Yeah.
And we were cracking up, weren't we? I'm probably not going to play that on. I won't play that on air. But that was very funny. We were laughing and laughing and laughing, and we couldn't stop.
Yeah, and something that was really funny was, coyness.
Well, would you like to say one last thing to the people before we go today?
Oh, yes.
What would you-
I'm going to tell you all the joke.
Okay.
You can try to answer.
Okay. I'll try to answer it.
Let me think of one.
Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to think. I know one.
Okay.
Oh, how do you know if no, not that one. Where does a burger go to dance?
Where does a burger go to dance? That's hard. I'm not sure. Where does a burger go to dance?
A meatball.
Oh, got it. A meatball. Okay.
Like he's doing the meatball.
Okay, yeah.
A ball. Da 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 da. And the roundish bally thing.
Oh, a meatball. That's a good one. You got another one?
Yeah.
What?
This is one I made up.
Okay.
Why did Snugbug and Ani laugh?
Because we're silly.
No, because they were listening to funny videos like ooh ah ah ooh ah.
That was funny.
And here's another one.
What?
Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, is this funny?
They're not going to understand our inside joke, but we get that. That's very
Is
funny.
this funny?
As you can see, we've been having fun since the holiday season.
Yes.
Just wanted to get a chance to bring my beautiful niece on with me today to just share her joy, share her passion, share her love and her heart and her kindness. Coyness and courage. Coyness. Snugbug, we're going to call it a show, okay? You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yes, and I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
Show them your bracelet.
Oh, I'm wearing my Ani bracelet and my heart necklace that I got from Snugbug over the holidays.
I'm the teeny one.
Yeah, you're the little heart and I'm the big heart. Together forever, right? All right, Snug, we're out of here, okay? I want my Mental Fitness Matters community to shine bright like the stars that you are. Go out, be safe, spread coyness and courage, and have fun. Shine bright. Thank you.